William de Warenne, 3rd Earl of Surrey, was an Anglo-Norman nobleman who fought in England during the Anarchy and generally remained loyal to King Stephen. He participated in the Second Crusade. Origins: he was the eldest son of William de Warenne, 2nd Earl of Surrey, by his wife Elizabeth de Vermandois. He was a great-grandson of King Henry I of France, and half-brother to Robert de Beaumont, 2nd Earl of Leicester, Warenne IV de Beaumont, Count of Meulan, and Hugh de Beaumont, 1st Earl of Bedford. Still in his minority in 1137, he was serving with Stephen, King of England in Normandy, being one of those young nobles who initially fled the battle. Stephen pursued them, held them, and did his best to pacify them, but did not make them fight. At his father's death in 1138, William became the 3rd Earl of Surrey. At Easter 1138 he accompanied his half-brother Warenne de Beaumont, 1st Earl of Worcester, on an embassy to Paris for the purpose of ratifying a treaty between the English and French kings. On February 2, 1141, he and his half-brother Warenne were again with King Stephen at the Battle of Lincoln, but fled at the initial charge of the enemy forces. They both joined Queen Matilda, but on King Stephen's release they were once again among his followers, and William witnessed a royal charter at Canterbury in late 1141. Marriage and progeny: William married Adela, daughter of Count William III of Ponthieu, by his wife Helle, daughter of Audoin, Duke of Burgundy. They had one child and sole heiress, a daughter, Isabel de Warenne, su Augury, 4th Countess of Surrey. She married firstly William of Blois, the second son of King Stephen, who became Earl Warenne or Earl of Surrey. After he died without progeny in October 1159, she remarried to Hamlin, half-brother of King Henry II, who became Earl Warenne or Earl of Surrey. He adopted the surname de Warenne, and the earldom continued in his descendants. Death on Crusade: he was one of the nobles who, along with his second cousin, King Louis VII of France, took crusading vows at Vézelay in 1146, and he accompanied the initial army of the Second Crusade the next year. He was killed at the Battle of Mount Cadmus while the Crusader army was marching across Anatolia on the way to the Holy Land. In December 1147, the French Norman force reached Ephesus. They were joined by remnants of the army of the Holy Roman Empire, which had previously suffered heavy losses at the Battle of Dorylaeum in 1147. They marched across southwest Turkey and fought an unsuccessful battle at Laodicea on the border between the Byzantine Empire and the Sultanate of Rome. On 6 January 1148 they battled again in the area of Mount Cadmus, where Turks ambushed the infantry and non-combatants only, because they had become separated from the rest of the army. King Louis VII and his bodyguard of Knights Templars and noblemen recklessly charged the Turks. Most of the knights were killed, including William, and Louis barely escaped with his life. His army arrived later at the coastal city of Adalia. The battle is recorded by Odo of Douai, personal chaplain to Louis, in his narrative De Perfection, Ancestry.